Hi guys, it's Hannah and I'm here today with a different kind of video. It was supposed to be an book outlet unboxing haul, but that got deleted, so now I'm here to do it all over again. Also, that's also why I'm coming to you from a very cool new background. I overindulged in some books and had to upgrade my bookcase. Hey, I'm not complaining. Plus now I can display my cool pop figures, because pop figures. So I originally had a cool unbox that I was showing you for the book outlet, and I was all unwrapping it and all of its goodness and squealing, but now I'm very unhappy because I have to redo this. So I'm just going to be going off my invoice here and going over the books that I bought, because books. First up on my list, Clockwork Princess. Got this super cheap. I have Clockwork Angel and was like, hey, why not? It's on there, it's super cheap, hardback. It has a little imperfection, but totally not bad. It's like where the sticker was. Don't you hate that when they put the stickers on the outside? But it was really good prices. I really thought when people bought from Book Outlet that the shipping prices were going to be so crazy and they would take forever to get there. But I live in the Pacific Northwest, and it actually didn't take me that long, and when you buy a ton of books, the shipping prices actually are pretty cheap if you itemize it out, so you know, justifications, yeah. Next up I have Clockwork Prince, and I was a little disappointed when I opened this. I thought this was a hardcover when I bought it, so you know, that's going to drive me nuts to no end. So this will probably be going back to just a local bookseller, and then I'm probably going to pick up the hardcover so I can have matching of the entire series. This is actually a scratch and dent, and I always wondered what the scratch and dents actually look like, and it's not too bad. It just has a little nick right there. Let's see. For the price, I bought this for $2.99, so you know I can't complain that bad. Next up, I have The Golden Lily by Rochelle Mead. This is the sister series, Vampire Academy. And I didn't jump right into this after the Vampire Academy because I had a Vampire Academy hangover. So I waited a little bit, and now I'm out of the zone and I'm gonna have to jump back in. But everybody says that the series is really good, and I already have Bloodline, so I knew that once I started this I was going to just dive in head first and not stop until it's completely done. So I'm excited to start this series somewhat soon. I don't know. I've got a lot of books in my TBR. But people think that this series is actually better than Vampire Academies, which I don't know so much about that because no Dimitri, so there's that. But I do like Adrian. I shall let you know. Next up in the trilogies, Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Now, I bought this book because Thoughts on Tomes was raving about this, the Grisha trilogy, and everybody loves this trilogy, so I thought, hey, why not? It sounds really cool. The covers are gorgeous, and I already have Siege and Storm because I found it for super cheap, and I knew I was going to love these books. The premise just sounds really cool. Next, I have The Vintage Teacup by Vanessa Green. This book is just an offbeat type of book that you don't really hear about, especially on YouTube, so I thought, hey, why not? And it was really cheap, and the cover was cute, and I am such a sucker for a cute cover. But this is kind of like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants with teacups, and I am obsessed with coffee cups. So I figured this was a good mixture, and I think that's kind of fun to read about. Next up, I bought Fates by Lainey Bross. This book sounds so cool. Again, beautiful cover art. I get sucked in. Plus, such cheap prices. I mean, how can you resist? I have no willpower. This book sounds really cool. It is about a girl who is basically fate personified, and she falls in love with this guy, I think, and her mission is to kill this man, and then she will be released of her fate's duty. I could totally be getting this wrong. This is what I remember from vaguely reading this earlier. But it sounds really, really cool, and just, again, one that I don't really hear talked about on YouTube, so definitely wanted to give it a go. And last on my book outlet haul, which is my personal favorite, First Frost by Sarah Addison Allen. Now, I'm already obsessed with this author. She is like my author crush. Beautiful series. Loved it. This is probably, I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out. This was my favorite series I've read this year. I know. The Gauntlet is Thrown. This book is so good. So it starts with Garden Spells. Read Garden Spells, then read this book. It's so good. Just do it. I promise you won't be disappointed. It's all about magical realism and this magic apple tree and cooking and witchcraft, and it's really cool. Plus, beautiful deckled edges. I love deckled edges. Where do you stand on the deckled edges? People either hate them or love them, and I think it's fun and unique, and it makes it feel like the book has a story of its own besides the one inside it. It like feels like it's lived a life. I love deckled edges. And look at this cover. Just look at it. It's beautiful. Love this. And on my very last haul, this is not actually from Book Outlet, but I was shopping and I was in a bad mood the other day, and husband said, you should buy a book. Books make you happy. And I was like, well, twist my arm. So we were shopping and saw this puppy, Twilight 10th Anniversary Special. Now, I loved Twilight before it came out. I know, very hipster of me. Like, before it really got big. And I actually have just reread the entire series this year. I just was feeling Twilighty, so I thought I would reread it. It's been a while. And then Stephanie Meyer surprised us all with Life and Death, and BookTube has been blowing up about this book. If you guys haven't heard, which, where the heck are you? It is a gender bender twist, so she makes all of the characters in the book different genders and see how it plays out. And I think that's really interesting to play up the fact that we put it in stereotypes and think that certain genders have to be certain ways and they're stuck to these roles. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Still a little bitter about Midnight Sun. Stephanie Meyer, where's my Midnight Sun? This is great. I want my Midnight Sun. Everybody else is like, oh, it might be better than Midnight Sun. No. No. I'm still not satisfied. I was one of those people, I know, that read Midnight Sun when it leaked out to the internet, and she got really pissed and never released it. Like, that is so cruel to your fans. So cruel. But I get it. I mean, I think you should stop holding the grudge and give me Midnight Sun. Can you tell I want to read it? But I'm excited to read this, and I'm going to review it for you guys and see if it's worth your money and see if it's actually worth the hype, because everybody is talking about it. I'm excited. That is all for my outlet haul unboxing and my one stray book that fell into my grasps. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in a week. Bye.